Missing the party, come on.
Greetings, tribe, and welcome to this Snackin with Ortega. I'm your host of extraordinary magnitude, Ortega LaTrobe, and today we're making a shrimp and pork dumpling soup. When we get to our ingredient list, this may seem a bit labor intensive, but I assure you once the vegetables are prepped and everything is measured out, it's going to come together just like that. And here's what you need. Our dumplings, carrot, scallion, baby bok choy, red Fresno chile, garlic, ginger, a little sesame oil, some soy sauce, ground white pepper, and some chicken stock. Take our pan, medium-low heat, take the sesame oil, the garlic, and the ginger, and we're just going to saute that in that sesame oil for a couple minutes till it starts to get fragrant. And remember, we just want to get this nice and aromatic. We don't want to brown it because then it gets bitter and it ruins your shit. You are going to want to stir this the entire time just to make sure it doesn't stick or burn. That's starting to smell great. Now let's add our chicken stock. Scrape up any bits that might be in the bottom of the pan. Turn our heat up to high. Then we're going to add in our carrots, our bok choy, our onions, and our peppers. Then we'll add our soy and our white pepper. While we're waiting on that to boil, enjoy this.
Guess what? Bottles are back.
Yeah.
We're back. Our broth is boiling. Time to add the dumplings. Want to add these in one at a time. You don't want them to stick together. The dumplings I'm using today are shrimp, pork, and bamboo. There's a lot of varieties out there frozen you can buy, or if you're really ambitious, you can make your own. All the kids are in the hot tub. We're going to lid this up and bring it back up to a boil. Once we get to that boil, we're going to just shut off the heat, let that sit till those dumplings cook all the way through, and they'll rise to the top. Yeah. It's been about 5 minutes, so let's check it out now, funk soul brother. And look, much like the Christian folk hero Jesus, our dumplings have risen. That means it's time to try this, so let's bowl it up. Personally, I think a good serving is 6 to 8 dumplings. But you can have as many as you like because it's your food, it's your amount, and you can do it the way you want to. Now go ahead and get some dumplings out. 3, 6. Out of the veggies. Ladle in some broth. Gonna garnish it with just a few of our scallion greens and a handful of sesame seeds. That's pretty. Come here, let me show you how pretty.
That's a sexy soup, eh?
Of course, what's really important is how it tastes. Let's find out. Insert a little chunk of dumpling there, some of our veggies, broth. And I've had these dumplings before. I keep them in the freezer quite often. Sometimes I'll just steam 6 or 8 of them and dip them in some like hoisin or some soy sauce just as a snack. Or making some soup. They are wonderful. They're fairly inexpensive, and like I said, there's a lot of different varieties of them available. And of course, again, you can always make your own. Yes. Ooh, that's so good. It's very reminiscent of a traditional wonton soup. When you get into these dumplings with the shrimp in them, you get that nice seafoody briny thing that kicks in with all those other flavors and really brings it together. There's not a lot of spice to this. Of course, you could add more of that white pepper. You could use a hotter pepper instead of the Fresno if you'd like. Again, like I always say, your food, your mouth, do it the way you want it. I know we're here to cover it once, we're covering it twice today because I'm feeling like you need to understand that. If you want to put ketchup on a hot dog, do it. If you want to put pineapple on your pizza, go ahead. Not for me, but it's not my food. See what I'm saying? Too many people out there are worried about what other people are eating, making rules and stuff when they should be worrying about their own ass. On that note, I'm worried about myself. I'm going to take off and get some more of that food in my belly. I'd like to thank y'all for stopping by the Hacienda and spending your time with us here today. This has been a nice, easy, spicy dumpling soup. I've been Ortega LaTrobe, and you've been snacking with Ortega.
You have our gratitude.